If you're still measuring your health by the number on the scale, it may be time to rethink your priorities. Experts say muscle, not weight, is one of the biggest predictors of how well we'll age. And joining us now to tell us why muscle truly is the new medicine are Jennifer Scherer and Jeff Smith from Fredericksburg Fitness Studio. Welcome back. Always great to see you guys.
Great to see you. Thank you for having us.
Of course. So Jennifer, it's all about muscle these days.
Yes.
You keep hearing it's the buzzword. Tell us why that's really kind of the new way to gauge your wellness.
So first of all, skeletal muscle mass is actually one of the largest organs by mass in our body. In addition to that, it's one of the strongest predictors of healthy aging. So the more muscle we have on our body, the less likely we are to sustain like a fracture if we fall. Balance-wise, the more muscle we have, the better balance you're going to have. Just so the more independence and the more able-bodied that you feel.
But sometimes muscle weighs more, right? So it's like if we're working out and we're gaining muscle, we look at the scale and we're going, I'm not losing anything, but maybe you're gaining muscle.
Yeah, I really encourage my clients not to use the scale to gauge their progress.
Yeah.
So really take the time to invest in an in-body composition scan where it breaks down your skeletal muscle mass, your body fat mass, your body water, and then it even goes into detail and tells you how many calories your body is burning at rest.
Yeah.
So yeah, if your scale weight is going up and you're in the gym, don't fret.
Okay.
A lot of times you are losing fat,
Yeah.
but you're gaining muscle, and that is what we want.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then talk to me about muscle loss. Most people think, okay, as we age, we will lose muscle, but we're fine now. I mean, is that really true?
So it is true, and actually beginning at about age 30, we're losing anywhere between 3 and 8% of our muscle mass per decade. So if you're not resistance training, eating protein with every meal, staying physically active, you're really headed down the wrong trajectory. Yeah.
We need to get back on track.
Yes.
You brought some food with you.
Yes.
Help us understand what we should be eating.
So these are some of my favorite go-to protein items that I always include in my grocery list. So things like hemp hearts are easy to throw in a Greek yogurt bowl or an oatmeal bowl. Almonds as a snack, or almond butter. This is chickpeas, so you could do chickpeas on top of a salad with an additional like plant-based or animal-based protein. Sometimes I'll sip on this bone broth. This whole container is 17 grams of protein. You just have to be careful and pay attention to the sodium. You can water this down too and make it last longer.
And you just sip on it like tea?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Okay.
I actually enjoy eating it or drinking it that way. Then egg whites, I was sharing with you earlier, sometimes I'll just pour it in a bowl with a little bit of salsa and microwave it. Super easy.
Yeah.
A cup of egg whites is going to get you close to about 30 grams of protein.
Wow, quick and easy.
Yeah. And then cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, tuna for on the go, and this is pink wild Alaskan salmon. Sometimes I'll mix it with cottage cheese and put it in like a whole wheat wrap. But the point is it can be easy. It doesn't have to be complicated.
Right. I think we used to think eating healthy is expensive and complicated, but it doesn't have to be.
No, it does not.
Okay, so then once we've figured out, and we should all take a good look at your table there, get those things, put them in your cart, but also movements. Some movements we can do some at home or at the gym. What do you recommend?
So Jeff is going to demo a couple exercises using a resistance band. The first one is going to be a pull apart. So this is really good for developing upper back muscle and helping improve posture. So you're going to grab that band, and he's doubling it up, which makes it a little bit more challenging, but you could also just grab half of the band and makes it a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
And you can get more range of motion.
Mine's really light because I've got nothing here, but yeah.
Yes. So on this one, if you're at the gym and you're seeing the exercise where you're doing a row, it simulates one of the row machines, but it's just easy, without having to go to a machine.
Yeah.
And then deadlifts. So Jeff is going to stand on the band with his feet about hip distance apart. So this is going to strengthen the glutes and the hamstrings. And this is really important for protecting from lower back pain. So if you're sitting a lot and your glutes are weak, this is something that we can use to counteract. And just make sure you're thinking about weight in the heels and squeezing through those glutes as you stand up.
Got it. Wow. So this band is really versatile.
It is.
Yeah. You
There's
brought
a
some
lot.
weights. What can we do with weights?
Yeah. So if he lies down on the floor, we're going to do a full body sit up with an overhead press. So this is core and upper body combined. So he's going to lay flat on his back. He's going to inhale, prepare, exhale, sit all the way up and raise those weights over his head. And then emphasis here is on the way down. So you're trying to imprint one vertebrae at a time so you can really develop those deep core muscles.
You like the legs straight out, not bent?
So you can do it either way.
Okay.
If you bend your knees, you're going to make it a little bit more challenging. If you keep your legs straight, it's a little bit easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So either way, we can modify, but we really appreciate you being here, sharing these moves, and also sharing what kinds of foods that we can eat.
Absolutely.
Guys, thank you as always for being here.
Thank
we really
you so
appreciate
much.
it. Of course, you can learn about Fredericksburg Fitness Studio at fbergfitness.com.